Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa and Junkrat has been nerfed on the PTR. Praise the Lord, because oh my god, Junkrat is, well, Junkrat's not OP, but Junkrat's RIP-Tire is hilariously OP to the point of it would always pretty much guarantee you a kill. Now, why the hell has this been nerfed, and what is the state of Junkrat right now? Well, Junkrat was buffed, ladies and gentlemen. He was buffed, he was given an additional concussion mine, which is great, which means he's got a concussion mine in reserve, so he can throw one and then he can throw another one. Or if he's clever, he can throw one on the floor, wait for the cooldown, and then he can detonate that one, jump forward, detonate another one, and detonate another one. However, look at this. This is the current version of RIP-Tire. How do you stop that? You cannot stop that. That is a RIP-Tire falling out of the sky and blowing your team to pieces because of the changes to RIP-Tire. It had increased speed and it's got the ability to endlessly wall climb. But the difference is this RIP-Tire that is currently on live, it conserves momentum when it finishes wall climbing. That means it fires into the sky. That means you can be very cheeky with it and just blow people up with RIP-Tires out of the sky, which is crazy. So we've got this video here from Gaming Grandpa and he's showing us the current version of the RIP-Tire. You can see it's just jumping all over the place. It's utterly ridiculous. It's crazy. It's the ridiculous RIP-Tire. It's just, it's mental. But then, if you go to the PTR, which is what Gaming Grandpa has found out, and of course there's a link to his channel in the description below, look at this. Look at that RIP-Tire. It's no longer conserving momentum when it's finished wall climbing. It's actually staying stuck to the walls. Like, it's only doing a little kind of jump. That is a huge change to this ultimate. It's a nerf. It's a massive nerf. If we look at them side by side, so on the left we've got the live version of the RIP-Tire, and on the right you can see it's really struggling to get anywhere. This means we're not going to see these ridiculous RIP-Tires that fall out of the sky and just absolutely obliterate us with literally no way of dealing with it. Because the Junkrat, like when I looked at these buffs for, I made the video, right, where I spoke about Season 6 meta and what could go on. Junkrat was in the maybe category. Junkrat was like, okay, he could be mega strong, or he could be just kind of a better Junkrat than he was before. And he's a better Junkrat than he was before on Junkrat points. So when I look at the map, so obviously we're using an example here on Dorado. This is the first placement game on Stakebait. So Stakebait finished the season at about 4.1k, I think, or something like that. Or maybe that was his season high, I'm not sure. But this is a pretty high level game. So this isn't like I'm in a game with like low level players and I'm just like, lol, it's quick play, I'm blowing everybody up with Junkrat. No, this is actually a competitive game. And you'll notice that they're finding it very difficult to deal with me, because all I'm doing with Junkrat is spamming the chokes. I'm doing Junkrat things. This is what I would do anyway on Dorado. I very much like playing Junkrat on defense, first point Dorado. I like playing him on Nepal Sanctum because you can spam. I like playing him on sometimes on the second point on Temple of Anubis. There's a few maps you can play Junkrat where he's quite effective. The problem is, the question is, or rather I should say, is Junkrat going to be mega powerful in Season 6? I think within about 3 or 4 games of competitive, because we cannot test this. When we try and test these changes on PTR, they're kind of pointless. You just can't do it, right? The only inkling I got that Junkrat could possibly be a bit OP is when I watched some of the pro players play some pro games against each other, which I put on the channel, where we spoke about the insane Junkrat meta. And you'll notice that in that video there was a ton of massive kills with the RIP-Tire. And if the pros, who are like the best players in the game on hit scan heroes, cannot shoot and destroy the tire, then there is a massive problem with that ultimate, because it's gone from the worst ultimate in the game, and I don't think anybody would argue with me about that. RIP-Tire is bad, or well, it was bad, because it was so easy to shoot and it was so slow. So Blizzard gone in and said, hey, we're going to fix this. We're going to make it really fast. We're going to make it be able to endlessly wall climb, which means that it's very hard to hit, and also it can just fall out of the sky, which means it's almost guaranteed kills. Well, it pretty much is. If you know what you're doing with RIP-Tire, you're probably going to get a guaranteed kill almost all of the time, or you're going to get very close to getting kills. It's very rare is it just going to be, uh-oh, I haven't used RIP-Tire. The old Junkrat actually got more value from not really using RIP-Tire, because if you think about RIP-Tire, it makes you very vulnerable. When you use RIP-Tire, everybody knows there's a RIP-Tire coming in. If it actually got a kill, it would be a miracle. So most of the time you would just get, well, killed, right? You would come back to your, after you've detonated the RIP-Tire, you come back to Junkrat and you're dead on the floor. It's like, oh great. This RIP-Tire, though, you can deploy it from massive range. You don't have to be very close to the fight, and you could just jump up buildings, fire it in, and just absolutely blow people away. I had a very interesting game on Horizon, and I played Junkrat, and I was on the second point on defense, and what you can actually do is wall climb the RIP-Tire up the, you know, like the iron girders, like the crane arrangement, the red sort of metal bars. You can climb it up there. It flies into the sky. Nobody can stop it, and it just blows like everybody up on the point. It's completely ridiculous. However, let's talk about what the hell is going on. And I agree with these changes, and I don't think, or at least I don't think anybody would disagree with these changes, because Junkrat's buffs, just to his concussion mines, were good enough to make Junkrat more effective at what he does. Giving him a stupidly powerful RIP-Tire is a bit ridiculous. So I want to touch on some thoughts on why they actually did this with Junkrat, because I actually just spoke about this being the worst ultimate in the game, which it was, right? I can't imagine it did much. It was pretty bad. If you look at the statistics, and I'm sure Blizzard do this, they would notice that RIP-Tire is getting no kills. RIP-Tire is not actually doing anything. So that must mean RIP-Tire isn't very good. It must need buffs, right? So is this a case of them reading too much into the statistics and then making a change based on that to try and make an ability more powerful? And this, ladies and gentlemen, goes into a much wider discussion. This is a discussion of Overwatch balance, and it is very clear that right now we are in this sort of phase, this era of them making very, very, very extreme changes to heroes, and it makes things switch up really ridiculous. Like the meta can just instantly change overnight because they've changed the hero. I go back to a post that Jeff made on the forum a few months ago, and he said something along the lines of, if memory serves me correct, he doesn't want to force the meta. He wants the meta to just naturally adapt, naturally develop, naturally evolve. The thing is, with these crazy changes, it makes heroes just get shoved straight into the, you know, like, bang, we're going straight in and we're going to play Junkrat every game because we know we're going to get a kill with RIP-Tire almost all of the time, which, what other ultimate in the game is guaranteed kills? You could maybe say, I don't know, Tac Visor possibly, but you have to be clever when you use it. You could maybe say a Genji Blade, but again, you've got to use it at the right time. You can't just use it and get a kill. Like, that's what you could do with this RIP-Tire. You can just use it and get a kill. So this leads me on to the next point. What is going on with internal testing of these heroes? If it took, you know, the community literally a day to work out that, oh, Junkrat is so crazily powerful because his RIP-Tire is insane, how did they miss that? Like, how did they miss that during their internal testing? Like, maybe they're not testing it correctly. Is it even right of me to say that? Because when I look at the PTR, and I didn't realize this would be a problem. So, like, you know, it's all right for me to sit there and go, oh, why didn't they realize this would be an issue? If I didn't realize it would be an issue. The reason why I didn't realize it would be an issue, and this is a bit of a get out from me, is I only really had access to this on the PTR. And when I was playing it on the PTR, you can't really test balance because everybody's not really trying. Things can seem really powerful and then they're not actually, but as soon as it goes into competitive, that's when you can see the data and that's when you can realize what the hell is going on. Now, granted, they are changing this really fast. This isn't something they are sitting on for weeks and weeks and weeks and just letting Junkrat be in every single game, because Junkrat is pretty much in every single game, because you know what RIP-Tire is going to do. It's just going to get you a kill. Like, that is literally it. Junkrat spamming bombs, yeah, there is a bit of skill to it, because you need to know where to spam them. He is a bit of a cheeky pick. He's sort of a pick that catches people off guard. He can be quite strong against a lot of heroes, really, like Genji, Doomfist, Tracer even, because he's got the double concussion mine now. When they get close to him, he can throw a bomb and throw another bomb, and he can do a ton of damage, and that's really good. Like, I think that's a great change. But going a bit crazy on RIP-Tire, I don't know, it seems ridiculous to me that they went down this path, and it has to be based on the fact that they were not happy with the amount of eliminations this ultimate was getting compared to other offensive ultimates. Now, if we compare RIP-Tire to Tac Visor, Tac Visor is a very, very, very good offensive ultimate, and you could throw Genji's Blade into this as well. But there are ways of dealing with Tac Visor. You can put a barrier into Soldier's face, right? So Reinhardt could do this, Orisa could do this, Winston could put his body into Soldier's face, D.Va can defense matrix it right now, although D.Va is being nerfed to a 2-second defense matrix from 4 seconds, so she won't be able to do it as effective. But there are ways of dealing with Soldier's ultimate. If you don't deal with it, you're going to get punished. The thing with this RIP-Tire is you cannot deal with it. Like, and it was pretty much, the deal was sealed as soon as I seen the pros incapable of dealing with a RIP-Tire as it just flies through the sky and blows their entire team up. If they can't deal with it, then there's no way people on the ladder are going to be able to deal with it. Even the best players on the ladder, you're not going to be able to destroy this RIP-Tire before it hits you in the face. And the ultimate question is, how the hell did this even get past testing? because some of the stuff here, and that was a really nice kill as well, by the way, on that soldier. He was using his tac visor as well. I don't think, we've not got the sound on, but he was using his tac visor. I remember that. Well, he got a kill with the tac visor, and I killed him. So, like, how can this get through testing? Because he recognizes it's me. Like, how can this get through testing? Major, massive changes to heroes, which mess up the way the game is played, can have a massive detrimental effect on this game. Because if you take a hero and then just mess that hero up completely, or make them really powerful, especially at the start of a season, this is what kind of baffles me. It can really ruin people's sort of draw to the game. Because I don't think I'm not in the minority saying this, but I'm pretty sure at the start of a competitive season, here we go, RIP-Tire. At the start of a competitive season, there are more players than there is in the middle of the season, yeah? People come back thinking, oh, it's a fresh start, let's do this, what's going to happen? And then suddenly they just get Junkratted. Then maybe they're thinking, well, this is what the hell is going on. Junkrat's just killing everyone. This isn't great. And then those players leave. So to me, it's always seemed like a really iffy time to make such crazy changes. But they didn't even have to make this change to Junkrat. All they needed to do was give him the double concussion bomb, or concussion mine, and leave it at that. And then maybe they could upgrade the RIP-Tire, because RIP-Tire was like, whatever, maybe they could just make it a little bit faster. That was the debate with RIP-Tire. They were going to make it faster, or they were going to give it more health, but they ended up making it faster, which was okay, but it seems to have conserved the ability to wall climb. And I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, there is no way that was a bug. They would have known it did that, because they would have tested this, and they would have gone, oh look, it can just jump up the building and carry on flying. They've got test maps where they can test this stuff out. It's not like, oh, that was an unforeseen change there, oh dearie me, we best fix that. No, they knew, they 100% knew this was going to be the case, and they allowed it to be the case, and it's just crazy. Guys, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. We have had a bit of a discussion here on the way Overwatch is being balanced, and I am a little bit worried that they are going down this path of like really extreme changes to heroes. I look at D.Va and I think, okay, what's D.Va going to do now? Is she going to be as effective as she was before? She's going to have problems with being an ultimate battery. We don't know. Mercy change, I think that's an example of a really good change, because Mercy was a hero which I think did need a bit of love, and I think she's got a lot of love, which is great. And they can't always get it right every time. Junkrat, I think it's fun, definitely fun. I mean, this is the way they balance the heroes. They're like, okay, let's make them fun. And he is fun. But it's not really fun for the person who's receiving the RIP-Tire from space, is it, ladies and gentlemen? So thank God this has been nerfed. Alright guys, I've been Stylosa, this is Unit Lost. If you enjoyed the video, then like the video, subscribe to the channel, and you can join the Discord, which is discord.gg/Unit Lost, and you can follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming. And I'll catch you next time, guys. Toodaloo.